and violent. Cops released this body cam footage from when they arrived. I have to warn you, the details may be upsetting. This is 18-year-old Kelvie McRae, a model and beautician from Florida, known for her large Instagram following and described by her family as entrepreneurial and as beautiful as she is smart. She'd reportedly just broken up with her boyfriend, 19-year-old Keyshawn Shaw, and he did not take it well. They'd been dating for a year. Media reports she posted this story to her Instagram after he reportedly strangled her, held her against her will, and threatened to shoot her.
Ever told a that you ain't want to be with them no more? This what the happened. Mind you, I just got my car fixed.
When she tried to get away in her car, he reportedly threw himself against the windshield and completely shattered it. That day, she called 911, fearing for her life. One story she posted even said, "If something happens to me, this idiot did it." He was assaulted for assaulting her, but the very next day, he was back. He reportedly lived with her because he had nowhere else to go. And that night, just one day after he allegedly assaulted her, she was having dinner in her West Palm Beach home while on a FaceTime call with 3 of her friends when he attacked again. Only this time, he actually did shoot her. During the FaceTime call, one of Kelvie's friends says they witnessed the horror as Keyshawn shot her in the back of the head. Both were taken to the hospital where Kelvie succumbed to her injuries. Keyshawn, initially charged with first-degree murder, died the next day. He'd also shot himself. This heartbreaking incident highlights the devastating effects of domestic violence. Despite the warnings and prior incidents, the system failed to prevent this horrific event. Domestic violence remains a pervasive issue, with victims often feeling trapped and powerless in their situations. Rest in peace, Kelvie.
Man, that is crazy. That's just crazy, heartbreaking to hear that she lost her life for just trying to escape the negativity that she had got herself into, and this is how she was able to escape. And domestic violence is something that happens a lot, but they don't really shine a light on it and have nothing, you know what I'm saying, for people. I wouldn't just say females, because guys go through this too, where people can't go get help or get away. And yeah, it's just like a temporary fix. I mean, did the police or anybody get involved? Well, we know somebody got involved because they did what they did to him. And then that just made him get more crazy and come back and do what he did. But at the same time, it's like they need to start taking this stuff serious. I mean, he broke her window. I just don't understand. We hear about this for the ones that care. We hear about this more often than you should, and it's like you don't hear nobody else or nothing else being spoke about like you would when it comes to other things that's being spoke about.
This story is crazy upsetting, and we warn you, the video is hard to watch. This is Ryan Gaynor, a 15-year-old boy from San Bernardino, California. He was a cross-country runner, and his family said he wanted to be an engineer when he grew up. But all that ended last weekend when he was, wait for it, shot and killed by a police officer. Cops say they were called to Ryan's house by a family member who said Ryan, who had autism, was being aggressive and violent. Cops released this body cam footage from when they arrived.
Where is he at? Hey, get back! Get back, you're getting shot!
And that's where the video cuts out. Cops say they were justified in shooting and killing Ryan, essentially executing him, because he appeared to run at them with a gardening tool. Ryan's family sees it differently. Here's their attorney.
Almost instantly, when the officer or the deputy sees Ryan, he pulls out a gun. And he points it at him and says, "Stop or I'm going to shoot you." Folks who are experiencing some type of manic or episode due to autism, it could escalate things.
Police say they won't be releasing the full video, won't say how many shots were fired, and won't say where Ryan was hit. The family is outraged. They say they need to see the full video. They also allege deputies didn't help save Ryan's life after he was shot. Critics say avoidable incidents like this are why we need wholesale change in our society, including the way we police, access to mental health care, and the way wealth is distributed. What would community safety look like if everyone, not just the rich, had the basic necessities of life, including food, healthcare, and income covered? Rest in peace, Ryan.
Rest in peace to that young man, just for the simple fact, why do police feel like they always have to use aggression with gun violence when it comes to a certain type of race or people anything like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make sense. You got tasers for a reason. I mean, you seen a garden hose, a stick. You should always know where your firearm and all that stuff is at, and your accessories for your day, because what you do is why you guys are so dangerous. I mean, you won't release it because it was execution style. It was brutally on some, like, how can I say this, Mortal Kombat type stuff, where you did your fatality the way you felt like you wanted to do it. And I mean, it just doesn't make sense. Who is you to say, it's time for somebody to die, or use that type of aggression towards any human being? I mean, man, I just don't know what to say on this situation, because he was autistic. And I think about the kids when I used to work at a daycare that was autistic, and you never know what they're going through, and they get frustrated and have mood swings and stuff. I mean, if this person is a parent, they really, I don't know, it just messed up. You see this more than you should.